Buenas noches todos. Let's see. Lots of cool stuff has been going on. We just finished the group that I was talking to you guys about last video. The youth group that turned into a gigantic class, and it took a toll on me, but we finished it. It is over as of, let's see, Friday. And let's talk a little bit about what happened. Well, like I said, we were learning the basic themes of first year English. I was teaching that whole class all by myself. Other people were going to help me, but you know what, it's Nicaragua. Things don't happen. I just ended up doing it by myself. And but it was a lot of fun. I really liked it. Definitely learned a lot. So it was definitely a learning experience for me as much as it was for them. They were focusing on learning classroom objects, actions in class, colors, how to personal information, the English alphabet. Let's see, there was something else I can't remember. Oh, and how to express how they feel. Like, oh, how are you? I'm good. I'm bad. I'm so-so. I'm things like that. And at the same time, they're learning that really, really tricky verb to be. It's really, really hard, especially for Spanish speakers when they have ser and estar, which are really weird in conceptually. Switching from 2 to 1 is actually harder than going from 1 to 2, in my opinion. At least in what I see with them, they're like just blown away by it. Like, oh my god, there's just one word to use for both of those things. I mean, I would personally think that would be easier, but judging by how we spent almost 2 days plus an entire let's see, 2 days plus the review, the final exam review. I guess I actually gave exams. Oh my god, that was a crazy experience. More on that later. But yeah, we spent that much time talking about the verb to be and trying to get it memorized for them. I mean, just I am, you are, he or she or it is, you are, or you are, they are, we are. Only 3 forms, and that's what also throws them off. They're used to having 5 forms. Now they're going down to 3 forms of 2 different verbs, so they're just kind of blown away. I think the simplicity actually was what made it too hard for them. That's really, really ironic and roundabout to say it that way, but I think that's honestly what the problem is. But good thing is the vast majority of my students passed the class. Whew. That was awesome. Starting with 36, growing to 62. We did a pretty good job. I mean, I believe 51 passed. And for some reason, only I'm missing a couple students. I still have their certificates here. I'll show you them. This is their certificate. Congratulations! This document certifies that the below student attended Muelle de los Bueyes' Vacation English Camp. He or she learned basic English skills, participated in activities, and is ready for his or her first year of English in whatever secondary school he or she attends. Well done and good luck. Plus my cool little signature down there. So that was a lot of fun. Exams, not so fun. Definitely probably one of the hardest things I've done is give exams. I thought actually writing the exam was going to be the hard part, and then later maybe the grading the exams. Those were actually the 2 easiest parts. Giving the exams was really hard, because I thought, in my head, I had it figured, okay, there's 60 students that are going to take the exam. I wanted to have an oral section to the exam, in which we just kind of have a really quick oral interview. Really quick. I thought it would be like I would take 2 at a time, and we would like practice whatever themes that we've been working on. And I figured that that would probably take at max 2 people at a time. Would probably take me 1 minute to 2 minutes for the oral interview, so it would be something between 30 minutes and an hour for the entire group. Closer along the line, for the first time around, when I was with the first experience, that was 2.5 hours of hearing the same thing over and over again. Colors, classroom objects, explaining the rules a million times. It was really, really wear and tear on me mentally, trying to do that over and over and over again. So in the future, I will try and find another way around the oral exam so that I can give an oral exam, because I think we really need to have oral exams for teaching English, for teaching any language for that matter. But I gotta find a way to do it with a massive class size. If I was working with like what we see in the United States with class sizes of like 20 kids, I would just say, oh, we'll just come by the house or something like that. Like sometime during the weekend, we set an appointment and we do it. I would do that. But with 60 kids, I would basically not be allowed to leave my house for like 2 days, with everybody having a separate appointment. So it was crazy. That's something that I'm gonna have to really, really think about, how to actually come up with an oral exam. So if you guys are watching this post and any idea pops to your head, please leave a comment and let me know, because I am all ears on that one. Second hard part about exams was failing students. I had no idea how emotionally charged that moment would be when I had to give my first F to a student. Of course, the hardest one was the first one. The other ones were the kids that kind of like just put off the exam till they were to be the last ones to take the exam. They really, honestly, didn't care. See, there were those that really, really worked hard, had a lot of natural talent, and it really showed. They got they got A's or perfects or even above perfects with their extra credit and things like that. Then I had a bunch of kids that just failed the exam because they really didn't give a flying rat. I'm trying to cut out my swearing here, because you never know who watches these things. But yeah, I had those students, and then I had those that were on the fence. Those are the ones that like came down to being really, really hard. I only failed one of the ones that were on the fence because she didn't have enough extra credit to get her over. Basically because she missed an exam, and I gave her like 3 opportunities to take her oral exam, and she just couldn't make them. Never gave me an explanation why she couldn't make them. And then came down to the last exam. She passed the last exam, but with her extra credit, she barely had like a 50, like a mid 50s, and with all her extra credit for all her exam, the average that I was trying to factor in, she just couldn't pass the class. And there were tears. Eventually she got up and ran out of the class, and I wanted to cry because I felt terrible, because I knew exactly why she failed. She failed because having a gigantic class size and not being able to keep control of the class, more on that later, hurt the students that were without the natural talent that just needed more teacher time. I couldn't give it to them. So I felt really bad on that one. Not sure what to do in the future on that one. But I know one problem that I found that I have was discipline in the classroom. I feel so weird saying that still, because I was homeschooled for almost my entire life, was a good student in college, and so the idea of discipline in the classroom just kind of sounds really weird and foreign to me. And so I came like, you know what, I'm just going to go in there, I'm going to be really friendly, and I'm going to make everybody really involved in the class. I'm going to make everybody really want to participate in these activities. It's going to be a fun class. Well, that didn't work, honestly. I just had kids that were on their cell phones, kids that were playing music on their speakers in the classroom, like not even trying to hide it. Kids that were even slightly aggressive towards me. I mean, some kids that like I would ask him to stop doing that, and he'd just like come on, like kind of like a, well, what you gonna do, kind of a thing. And I'm like, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take your cell phone away from you. Boom, what are you gonna do, shorty? So it was weird suddenly being on the other side of that, especially being a homeschool kid and being always really anti-discipline, well, not discipline, but anti-authority figures, things like that. I've always been really kind of anti that because it just felt really weird. Now here I am on the other side, so I'm trying desperately to figure out how to fix that. Talked to my APCD, my boss, some other volunteers, and they said the trick to earning the respect of the students before being friendly and being their friend and being fun, that has to come first. You have to be respected first. I was in there all by myself. They didn't know me. Nobody. It was a lot more informal setting. It was in the middle of vacation, not regular class periods. It was just a very informal setting trying to be formal, so it kind of messed them up, I think. So what other volunteers and my boss told me to do is you just go in there for the first couple of times, you just go in there stone-faced. You go in there making it look like you're going to be a hard ass. And I mean, not that you're scary and you're mean, but in that you don't joke around. This is not about games. This is a class, this is information that I'm trying to pass to you, and I really want it to not stay that way. I want it to, but the idea is that if I start here, I can work my way to a more relaxed level with the students, and we can, in the end, be really good friends, and I have the respect. I don't have to be a hard ass. I can say, hey man, other people are trying to work right now, can you not play your music on your stereo in the classroom? Whereas if I start down here, and I have to climb my way to an authority level, or at least a higher level of respect, that's a lot harder. So, and pretty much impossible, honestly. So, that's going to be the tactic going into the school year, which is going to be within the next, let's see, today is the 23rd. First day of school will be the 13th. So, got from now till then to get a game plan. Tomorrow we're going to have a conversation circle with my counterparts, and we're going to talk about what I need to be doing with them. Whether it be, let me see, whether it be being with them in the classroom, like some of them I can tell really need, or whether it be co-planning with them, which some of them also really need, or if it just means one-on-one English practice time, which a lot of them need, and I think all of them want. So, we will see where that leads us tomorrow. And I'm running out of time on this video. I'm only allowed to post up to 15 minutes right now. So I'm going to end it on that. Mike Patterson signing out. Talk to you guys later.